Hello, my fellow wellness advocates. My name is Matt Hall. I'm a diamond in doTERRA, and I'm excited in this video to share with you exactly, the blueprint of how my wife and I sign up over 100 people personally into our doTERRA business every year, at least for the last couple of years. So really quick, our backstory: we've been involved in doTERRA for 5 years, recently hit diamond, and about 2.5, 3 years ago, we really felt like we were hitting a plateau, right? At least in our personal production. We were still hosting events for people on our team. We were doing classes, we were building our teams. But as far as our personal production was going, we felt like we had run out of people to talk to, or that, the people that we had talked to who we really wanted in the business weren't into it. They weren't wanting to choose in. And so we just felt kind of trapped. And it was about that time that I decided to really learn more about social media. And I knew that social media, obviously you could build your doTERRA business using social media and online strategies. But I decided to really dig in and master it. And I committed to mastery. I always use that term. So I decided I was going to try a bunch of different strategies and do each one until I got a result, right? So I wasn't going to just try something to see if it would work for me. I was going to try a strategy until I got a result, and then decide if I liked it or not, and if I wanted to scale it and keep going, right? So through that process, I've experimented with all sorts of different ways of building a doTERRA business using social media, whether it's Facebook or blogging, or I've got a podcast now. I've documented in a membership site all of the things that have worked for us, and I also am the host of the Network Marketing Mastery podcast. Now, something kind of interesting happened in that when doTERRA had the crackdown on using their name on social media and things like that, I was going to start a podcast, and I wanted to share about our doTERRA journey and training and stuff like that. But I couldn't use the name doTERRA. They were really, really strict for a season with that. And they still are to a certain extent. And so I just made a generic podcast name called the Network Marketing Mastery Podcast. And I kind of documented some of these tests and some of these social media things that we were learning. And what's interesting is I started getting all of these people from doTERRA, but also other network marketing companies reaching out to me and asking me for training, asking me for coaching, and to help them learn, how to implement the things that I was learning and getting success with. And so over the last couple of years, I've had the privilege of coaching, and through some of my courses and stuff, I've influenced thousands of people now in several different network marketing companies, but a lot of people in doTERRA to help them build their business using social media. So what I want to talk about in this video is kind of the blueprint that I use. And then I do want to give you one very actionable strategy that you can go away with today, start taking action. And then I want to also show you this library of trainings that I've created that really documents all the different ways that we've had success in our doTERRA business using social media. Okay. So let's see, let's change that from red. Let's go to purple for doTERRA. So there's really 3 stages that I walk people through as they're looking to create their whatever their strategy is for social media. There's 3 stages. Now, for each stage, I guess even before you do these 3 stages, it's really important that you decide who's going to be your target market, right? If you are the person who's just posting on your personal page, there are strategies that you can use to create curiosity and get results with your personal Facebook page. But I choose to go a little bit more targeted, right? I want to attract specific people to my business as customers, people that I would love to serve, or people that I would love to work with as business builders. And so I like to help people get really clear on a target market. It helps you know exactly where to find people, right, who might be interested in doTERRA. And it also helps you know how to speak to them in a way that's gonna attract them. So sometimes people will say to me, well, Matt, I want to help the whole world, start using essential oils. And the problem is that when you speak to everybody, you really are kind of speaking to no one, because nobody's going to really resonate with what you're saying. Whereas, if you yourself are a single mom and you're talking to other single moms about how to raise their kids, how to use essential oils, how to do all these different things that have to do with single moms, you're going to attract that specific group of people right? And there's going to be more emotion. There's more depth, right? And at the end of the day, we know that people buy from and they work with people that they know, like, and trust. And so one of the ways that you create that know, like, and trust factor is from the beginning to brainstorm, who is your ideal target market? I've got some exercises to help walk you through this process. But it's pretty important. And you don't have to just choose one. You can experiment with different target markets depending on some of these approaches and stages. So stage one, what I help people do is I help them work on what I call active strategies. Okay? These are strategies, social media strategies and online strategies that you can get results from quickly. Okay? So I'll just write down what each stage is here, and then I'll give you some examples. Stage two that I coach people through is residual lead flow. I'll explain what I mean by these. Sorry about my computer handwriting here. And then stage three is personal branding. Okay, personal branding is by far the most powerful. But it's also the one that it takes the most commitment, and it takes the most time to build up, a loyal fan base of, tens of thousands of people who know you for a specific thing. It can take time, but it's really, really powerful. And I used to coach people first on, creating a personal brand and setting up their personal brand. But what I found is that there are some strategies to help you get results quicker in your doTERRA business. And especially when you're new, you're starting out, you want to get those first enrollments with social media, right? So these are the stages that I help people go through to build traction and also hone their target market as they progress through this kind of the system. Okay, so active strategies. Active strategies are the least attractive form of building your business online, right? It has to do with social media prospecting, which would be actively reaching out to people. Now, I'm a prospecting. Now, by that, I don't mean spamming. Some people, when they hear prospecting, they think just like spamming and sending a bunch of messages. That's not how I do things. I really help people, and I believe in creating a relationship. So I'm going to share with you one prospecting strategy that I use on Instagram, and that we've coached a lot of people in using. We don't do as much prospecting now because as you work through these stages, it's going to get to the point where, with the second stage and third stage, people are reaching out to you that want to work out with you. So I literally hardly ever have to reach out to people and see if people want to work with me, because I have so many leads coming in that I can't even manage them all. So sometimes I'll pass a contact down to somebody in my team and say, hey, can you introduce this person to doTERRA? I literally don't have time, right? And that's really fun, but in the beginning you don't have that. And so you want to be doing some active strategies to create conversations and start to create some results, right? So I'm going to share with you an Instagram prospecting strategy. I've got a really powerful 30-day blitz on Facebook that I take people through that is so powerful. And it's a way where you're kind of merging the two. Your people are going to reach out to you, but you're also, connecting with them. So anyway, I'm going to share a couple examples of this, but it could be social media prospecting. A good example of this is my wife and I, we decided, what was it? Maybe 2 years ago, we decided that we really wanted to go to London. And we thought, how cool would it be if we had a doTERRA team in London? And so we started reaching out to people, not pitching them oils, but we made them an offer, right? Where we were offering to give them like a free intro pack of essential oils if they would host an essential oil get together for us, right? And we reached out to different influencers that lived in London, and we ended up booking a ton of classes. And we got to fly over to London, teach these classes, experience the city, and it was an amazing experience. And now we have a decent sized team there. Nothing like, it didn't end up exploding or anything, but we have an international team, right? That's one of the countries that we have people growing in. And so there's all sorts of little things like that you can do that, you're not spamming people and trying to get them to buy oils, but there's other ways to do giveaways or offer value in ways where you're pulling in a contact, you're starting a conversation, right? And I'm a big fan of starting a conversation. Okay, so it could be prospecting. It could be, I talked about Facebook. We've got a Facebook list strategy that's super powerful using live video. So powerful. So those are kind of more active strategies, but you're initiating contact with somebody to create curiosity, right? Or to have some kind of exchange where, you know, both people are going to get something out of the deal. Stage 2 is residual lead flow. So the main, after you have signed up somebody using some of these stage 1 activities that I teach, after that, then that's where I help coach people into stage 2, which is to create residual lead flow, where you can start to create what I call online assets that are working for you, you know, 24 hours a day. And these assets are going to make it so that you're continually exposing people and people are finding you. So one of my main ways to do this is through YouTube, right? And helping people to rank YouTube videos for specific keywords so that people who are looking, right? I'm all about intercepting people who are looking for essential oils or looking for an answer to a problem that they're currently dealing with, right? And so there are different ways that you can do that using YouTube, where you can have a video that's out there that people find and they see that essential oils could be a good solution for whatever, you know, whatever issue they're dealing with, right? Obviously we have to keep things compliant, but I literally sign people up every single week that found me through some of my YouTube channels, right? I have multiple YouTube channels. And so I love YouTube. It's super powerful. And it's a way to start creating those passive lead flow, right? Residual lead flow. So the whole goal of our business is to create residual income. Wouldn't it be nice to also have residual lead flow, where to create your residual income, you have residual lead flow, people actually reaching out to you? So YouTube is one of those ways. I've also coached people through funnels, using funnels and different forms of paid advertising. You have to be very specific on who your niche is if you want to use funnels. I help people use searchable platforms like YouTube, but an example platforms is we wrote an ebook a while back that has resulted in us collecting well over 10,000 leads of people that have wanted to learn about a specific topic, right? And that has led to, that in and of itself, that one ebook has probably led to close to 100 signups in our business, 100 customers, right? And multiple builders. So there are different ways to create assets that you can put out there on platforms that people are searching for, you know, solutions and answers for, and you can then create residual lead flow, right? So each of these strategies is, you know, really kind of in depth, and you need to master it, right? You need to commit to mastery and learn these things. But I just wanted to kind of show you the blueprint in this video, okay? And hopefully this just gets your gears turning like crazy. That's what I'm hoping for, because when I first started experimenting with this stuff, I loved it. So stage 3 is to create your personal brand. And personal brand, like I said, this is kind of, I recommend that you hold off on this in the beginning. Obviously, to a certain extent, you're always building your personal brand, right? Personal brand is how people perceive you online and what they think of and what they associate with you. But the active act of, you know, growing a personal brand, you know, you'd want to have a website, a niched down website, at least the way that I train it. You'd also want to you'd be really consistent on social media platforms. And so it's just more of a commitment long-term. Whereas, you know, these assets right here in residual lead flow, this quadrant right here, this column, when you create these, it's kind of set it and forget it, right? Like you can build up a YouTube channel that you can build up, and you can set it, and you can let those leads flow in, you know, down the road, and work on a funnel, right? And have a funnel with Facebook ads that's just passive, right? You can have an ebook like I have that I literally have never touched in the last, you know, 2 years since I put it up, but every single day I get leads, right? So these are the stages that I walk people through. First, some active strategies to help you get results quickly, start conversations quickly. Then stage 2 is and I kind of, you know, I introduce stage 2 pretty quickly with people, but start doing things that are going to leverage your time down the road, right? It could be a webinar that you've created where you can, you know, everybody who, you know, is on your Instagram account, you can have your link in your bio be your webinar. So people are constantly finding your Instagram page from what you're posting, and then they're going through that webinar, but it's automated. So you're not spending your time it's creating leverage, right? We are big fans of leverage in doTERRA. And then personal branding, okay? So that's kind of the blueprint. Now, I want to do two things. So first, I want to show you guys a library of content that I've created that teaches step-by-step through really all of these different strategies and everything that we've had success with online. And then after that, I want to give you one Instagram strategy that you can take away today and you can start implementing today to start to create conversations and get results using this stage one, okay? So let me share my screen. So this is a membership site that I've set up that has a bunch of different training, literally over 30 hours of training on how to have success in doTERRA, and really any network marketing company if you're in a different company, but how to have success in doTERRA using these online strategies that we've used. I've priced it super cheap so that it can be accessible to everybody. This is not the main way that I make my income, right? The main way I make my income is through doTERRA. And so the reason I do have people pay for it is so that they have some skin in the game, right? And so that they're invested, right? So that they actually do these strategies. I gave away a lot of this information for free for a long time and people just didn't take action. And so having it be, at least having some price, even if it's super low, really helps you to have some skin in the game, okay? But when you log into the members area, this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see the first thing I have, again, I walk people through these stages. So stage one is a 30-day blitz, and I help you for your first 30 days start to get some results using a Facebook strategy that is off the charts. It's literally amazing. Tons of my clients have had success with it, and it's one of my very favorite strategies. So this is the first training you'll go through for your first 30 days. And then I have some doTERRA specific modules, a specific module that goes more in depth into this Facebook strategy, but specifically for doTERRA. I have a YouTube strategy that's specifically for doTERRA. I've got some funnel ideas and automation that's specifically for doTERRA. Few other companies that I have clients for as well there. But you'll see most of the videos in here, I'm highlighting stuff from my doTERRA business because I'm in doTERRA. So people are, you're gonna see a lot of doTERRA specific content here in this library. Then every single month I do a new live training that I publish the recording up here in the members area, and you can only have access to it if you're a member over here at onlinenetworkmarketingmastery.com. So this is a YouTube ranking video to help you get your YouTube videos seen by more people. I've got some more funnel ideas, another YouTube training, a specific funnel that I actually give away for free if you're in the membership, social media recruiting training. So you click on each of these and it has usually about a 45-minute training, right? I've got my ebook training that I talked about, how one ebook pulled in 10,000 leads for us. I've got, doing giveaways. I've got Instagram training. I've got everything in here, right? How to have success with Facebook ads. I show you some of the Facebook ads that we've had success with. Creating your personal brand. Then in this next section, I've got a bunch of interviews with people in multiple network marketing companies, a couple people from doTERRA like Michelle. Michelle is currently a blue diamond. She was a diamond when we recorded this training, but she reached diamond in her business exclusively through Instagram, okay? Literally didn't talk to family or friends until after she was, into the leadership ranks. She has a really cool story and she breaks down her strategy in this training. I've got by Bob Heilig talking about live video in here. Got people who have had success in their companies through blogging. Kenneth Todd, who is an amazing coach and really helped Hayley Hobson build her business, using social media and online strategies. He's amazing. Got 2 trainings from him, one of which is on Facebook ads. Got a training here with Ricky. And then I've got an entire course on setting up your personal brand. So once you get to that stage where you're like, yes, I see the power of a personal brand, I want to create a personal brand, I literally walk you through in this course how to really validate who your target market's going to be. There's an ebook that goes along with this and videos. I help you determine what your look and feel is going to be. I help you know exactly how to set up your website, and I have step-by-step tutorials for setting up your website. the professional way, where you're not using like Wix or Weebly or something that is not going to scale with you as your business grows. And it's super, I've made it super easy because you can literally watch step by step every click that I take and everything that I do. Step 4 is creating your social media plan if you don't have one. Step 5 is creating your core giveaway so that you can start to exchange something for people's name and email so that you can follow up with them. And a lot of that automation comes in at this point, right? Creating your first funnel, monetization ideas, and then a send-off video. So this is an entire course to help you set up the framework for your personal brand, okay? So that's this membership. Every single month I'm doing new trainings and adding to this library. I'm also going to be starting a new interview series where I'm not interviewing, but coaching people that are in the membership and answering their questions. And I'm going to put some of those recordings, with people's permission, of course, up here in the library. So I'm going to have the link to this membership in the description for this video if you guys want to check it out, if you want to join. I highly, highly recommend that if you want to have success using social media, that you do like I did. I invested in courses like this, and it dramatically helped me cut my learning curve, right? If you try to learn all of these strategies, or even 1 or 2 of these strategies on your own, it's gonna take you a lot longer than if you just learn from somebody who's already having success doing what it is that you want to do, right? So the link for this training is going to be in the description for this video. Now, as promised, let's hop over to Instagram, and let me share with you one of the stage 1 strategies. Okay, again, these are not the most sexy strategies. It's not the the personal brand and where people are reaching out to you, but it's a way for you to connect with people and start to build that know, like, and trust factor. Start to create conversations that can lead people down a path to signing up in your business, right? So for this to be really effective, you do want to have your Instagram account well maintained, where you have a good bio, you've got a good profile picture, you've got a good feed. I recommend not having your feed be all about doTERRA unless you're really, really good at that. I recommend kind of working in lifestyle and just creating. You can create either a niche specific Instagram account where you're serving yoga teachers, or where you're serving single moms and offering them value, or you're serving young moms, or whatever your life is, whatever stage your life is at right now. You're speaking things that are going to resonate with that group. If your feed is all just doTERRA bottles and things about oils, first of all, a lot of people don't even know what oils are, and so they're going to get to your page and they're going to be like, what are you talking about? Like, what are oils, right? And there's not going to be enough interest there to really captivate them. So captivate them in other ways, and then as you build a relationship with them, then you can introduce the oils to them. Obviously, that's just one strategy, right? There's multiple Instagram strategies, but what I'm going to share with you right now is how to find people that you can start to build a relationship with so that they can follow your account and get exposed to what it is that you're doing, right? So one of the cool features about Instagram is you can come in here and you can search by hashtags. And what I like to do, again, is I like to find people who I know are actively looking for the solution to a problem that I have, right? So I have a solution. You are a solutions provider as a wellness advocate. And there are a lot of people out there who have problems, right? And they use social media as a way to talk about their problems. So let's give the example of somebody who has sick kids, right? So if you have, if you're on your Instagram account, you're talking about wellness. Obviously, doTERRA has some great products for supporting kiddos. So if I type in something like sick kiddos, no spaces, and click on this hashtag, sick kiddos, I can find people who have used this hashtag recently, okay? So if I click on here, I can see this lady's post. My baby girls are both sick, and my husband broke his ankle last Saturday. Oh, praying for a miracle and strength. Okay, so here's somebody who obviously, they're thinking about wellness, right? They're thinking about, how can I help my kids get better, and how can I help my husband have less pain, right? Now, what I would encourage you not to do is come on here and be like, hey, have you ever tried essential oils, right? Don't be a salesy, pitchy person, right? Don't create resistance in people. just be there to make a connection, okay? So what I like to do with this strategy is I like to leave a meaningful comment, okay? And I'm not talking like a few little words, right? Like, oh, I feel better. I'm talking about leave like a little mini paragraph where you're really sharing and it's helpful if you look up hashtags that are relevant to what's going on in your life. So if you have sick kids, you could say something like, wow, I totally get where you're at right now. I have 2 sick kiddos at home. We're doing everything we can to take care of them. But it's still super, super hard, right? And you're leaving a comment like that. Now, what that's going to do is this person, without a doubt, is going to go and be like, who's this person? They're going to go to your profile. And if you have a good profile, they're going to want to connect with you and follow you, right? And that's how you start to build relationships, right? So leave a comment, maybe make a note that you commented on their picture, maybe come back a day or 2 later and comment on another one of those, another one of their pictures, right? And so you start to build relationships, okay? This can be relevant to whatever niche you decide to focus on. Again, it's really powerful if you have a niche in mind where your feed, your Instagram feed or your Instagram account attracts the attention of somebody like you. So if you're a single mom and you're really passionate about helping single moms, have success and help, with their kids and stuff, go to a single mom hashtag, right? Maybe it's single mom problems. A lot of times I like to look for problems, right? Let's see, did I spell that right? Hashtag single mom problems. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here we've got a bunch of posts about single mom problems, right? It's official. I'm sick and this guy is to blame. He's my shadow and follows me everywhere. I guess it was bound to happen, right? Well, here you go. Two in one, right? You've got somebody who's sick and they're a single mom. So if you're a single mom, you could write on here and be like, I'm a single mom too. Every single time my kid gets sick, I get it too, or vice versa, and start to build a relationship with a comment, right? Then down the road, you can take it into a DM, a direct message. You can start a conversation and get to know people better, follow them, have them follow you back, all that kind of stuff, okay? You can do this with anything, and it doesn't have to be specifically related to doTERRA. So I always give the example of crystals. Like if you're into energy work and crystals, go to the hashtag crystals and find people that are really into something similar. There's going to be a bunch of people selling crystals, but you'll also find some pictures of people just using them, right? Or talking about them. That one's selling too, which it's fine if they're selling crystals. That's not a bad thing. If they sell crystals, they might love selling oils too, right? But just scroll through here, find somebody you resonate with, and then leave a meaningful comment and start to build a relationship, okay? Obsessed with my new Galaxy Crystal pendant. Does anyone know what healing properties it has, if any? I'm still learning about crystal healing, okay? So if you're somebody who's into crystals, you could come on here and you could answer that question, and you're almost guaranteed to get this person following you, right? Because you've served them in some way, right? They're looking for something, and you can be the provider for that. Again, don't jump and just offer people oils. Find a way to connect and find value and add value to them first, okay? Then as you build the relationship, you go on multiple dates, right? And have multiple conversations before you say, hey, do you want to buy oils? Okay. So you don't propose to somebody the first time you meet them, right? Or on the first date. You propose to them after you've had several dates and you've built a relationship, okay? Same way when you're, same way for building your doTERRA business offline, right? So I hope you guys got value from this strategy. I hope you take action and start to use it. If you want to learn, in depth some of these strategies and this 30-day blitz in this membership, guys, this is the easiest and the fastest way that I've seen the most people get success in their doTERRA business using social media, okay? It is an amazing strategy for short-term and long-term results, okay? So I highly, highly recommend that you hop into the membership. Again, I'm going to have the link in the description for this video. And hop into the membership, spend the next 30 days and at least commit to this one strategy. And before you hop from strategy to strategy or platform to platform, make sure that you're committing to mastery. It's why I call everything that I do mastery, network marketing mastery, right? Social media mastery. It's because I want you to focus on one thing until you get a result. This strategy right here gets people results, period. Right? And so if you're not getting results with it, you just need to hone those skills and master those skills until you get a result, then decide if you want to keep doing it or not. Okay, my friends, commit to mastery. Check out the membership if it's beneficial. I hope you got value from this blueprint that I've shared with you, and I hope it gets your gears turning, and reach out to me if you have any questions, okay? Have an amazing, amazing day. Talk to you later. Bye.